is Asha from Asha for Education's DC chapter. Hi Asha.
Hi Nail.
How are you today?
I'm doing fine.
That's good. Can you tell us a little bit about Asha for Education and its mission?
Asha for Education, the mission is to bring socioeconomic change by educating underprivileged children in India. Asha was founded in 1991 by a group of Berkeley students, and since then it has grown to 70 chapters all around the world and has helped fund a lot of projects, actually 900 projects past and present. Now Asha is a fully volunteer organization, and what that means is there is no paid staff, so the money that our patrons donate are fully sent to educate underprivileged children. And to support us, Charity Navigator, which is an independent company, has looked at our books and have given us a 4-star rating, which is the highest rating. And what that means is that our expenses are extremely low and our disbursement ratio is extremely high. And we have helped a lot of children in the process, and hopefully they've been able to use that for a good cause.
What are some of the activities Asha organizes in order to fundraise?
Asha does a lot of events for fundraising. We do a marathon training program, we do work an hour, but one of our signature events is Notes of Hope. And this is the 6th year that we're doing the Notes of Hope concert series. And what we do is we bring artists from either India or locally, and they give a performance for the concert.
So tell us what Notes of Hope has in store for us this year.
This year we have something very special in store and what we're doing is we're featuring our cultural treasures from the Washington DC area this year. John Bubenast, who has a unique fusion of jazz and classical with Indian classical bansuri, will be performing. And also Dakshina Daniel Phoenix Singh Dance Company will be performing a unique blend of Bharatanatyam and contemporary dance. And we actually have John here, so I would like to invite him to join us.
Sounds like a wonderful performance.
Yes, and I hope the patrons will join us.
I'm sure they will. John Bubenhus has been an exponent of Western jazz and classical music. He also went on to master Indian classical music with the North Indian flute, the bansuri. John has a unique voice in the world music arena. Hello, John.
Hello.
Tell us a little bit about your unique style of music and what brought you to Indian classical music.
Well, I've always loved all kinds of music, but growing up playing Western jazz and Western classical music, I was always impressed how the jazz musicians were very free and could improvise, and I was impressed by the deep tradition of Western classical music. It was great when I heard Indian music. I realized they had that improvisation, yet also that deep tradition, and I was just very attracted to it from a young age. And I noticed that many of my top Western jazz heroes, John Coltrane and John McLaughlin, were also deep into Indian music.
And who have you studied with to master your...
Yes, I was, well, when I started out, I couldn't find anyone who taught bansuri. So I studied in South Indian vocal and North Indian vocal music. But finally I met a bansuri player, Devu Prasad Banerjee and Vijay Raghav Rao, very great masters. And then finally I met Hari Prasad Chaurasia. And when I met him, I knew I had found the real guru I wanted to study from, and I've been studying with him since 1992.
Okay, so for almost 17 years.
Yes,
huh?
yes.
Okay. Well, your ensemble, Facing East, it's a very eclectic group of people. Can you tell us about the people who compose your group?
Yes, Steve Zerlin is on the bass. Steve's a unique bass player. One night you might hear him playing traditional jazz, one night you might hear him playing with Jimi Hendrix Tribute Band. And he's also traveled with me to India, and he's played Indian music on the bass. So he's a very unique musician. And on percussion, we have 2 percussionists. Samrat Kakari is one of the finest young tabla players in the country to come from India. He's visiting here from India. He's from Hyderabad. And Ken Anoff we have on percussion also.
Mm-hmm.
He is a very unique musician because he studied tablas, South Indian music. He lived in Central America, he lived in Japan. He's really brings a whole world of influences.
Mm-hmm.
And then rounding out the group is Rob Levitt, who's one of the finest jazz guitarists in the DC area, really a fantastic musician.
Mm-hmm.
So we're real excited to have this quintet version of Facing East. playing
Sounds
for this
wonderful.
concert.
And what has brought you to Notes of Hope, Asha for Education, and to help them fundraise for their important cause?
It's really a great group. So, you know,
Mhm.
when you're playing music for a really good cause, it's great. So we've played for a lot of Asha chapters around the country. We played in California and Chicago and Florida. And it's a great group to play with.
So you're
play
familiar
for.
with the organization.
Yes,
then?
it's a great
Yes,
cause.
It is
and
a great cause.
And it should be a good time, good music,
It should be a
great
good time.
cause.
Come to Asha for Education's Notes of Hope concert. It will be a wonderful show for a great cause. You'll see John Wubenhorst and his ensemble Facing East, as well as a Bharatanatyam performance by Dakshina Daniel Phoenix Singh Dance Company. Remember, the show will be on Saturday, July 25th, 2009 at American University at the Greenberg Theater at 6 p.m. For more information and tickets, visit ashanet.org/dc/NOH. Again, that's ashanet.org/dc/NOH. Once again, we hope to see you there. It will be a great time.